G'day guys, Ron here from Osborne Digital Marketing. Today, I'm going to show you an internal linking strategy that's going to get you awesome results. And I'm even going to talk about the test I ran to show that building internal links can get you from position 30 in a super competitive niche right up to position 6. We're doing nothing more than putting some internal links on there. Let's jump into it. Now, in this video, it's a mix of everything. So I actually want to talk about multiple different assets of internal linking that can be performed on your website, because Anthony asked me this question and I wanted to make a detailed video for him. And I know that this will help you if you don't know how to structure your site. Let's say you're looking at building your website and you're looking at putting internal links on there. This video is for you. I'm going to cover everything. The first component we're going to talk about is actually the structure and the layout of links and how you should go about it. All right, guys. So what we've got here is a URL structure. Now, the URL structure can help provide and pass juice. But if you watch my Kyle Rofe video that I have, he even alludes to the fact that he doesn't really worry about this structure too much. He doesn't place too much emphasis on it. It's more about internal links in the body. We get to the internal link structure and my secrets and tips to it further on in the video. But right now, I just want to talk about the URL and my thoughts around it, because this was one of Anthony's questions. Now, the way I like structuring a page, the way I like structuring a website more to the point is, let's just say I have a pressure washing business. The main thing that I'm looking at here is I want to have a pressure washing page, but then I also might have a sub-service. So as an example, there might be enough volume where I am for driveway pressure washing. That might be a particular keyword. So we can see here that this is one page. It'll be pressure washing. That's what that page is talking about. This pressure washing driveway page is then a page specifically made for pressure washing driveway. So we would have a page that is unique for that. And then the next one is a geolocation page. So pressure washing / Miami. Now, let me talk about the pros and cons of this and how you should or you shouldn't use this structure. Now, this is a pressure washing example. The likelihood that these guys are going to go on and expand into a different state or even a different area, suburbs, so to speak. Let's say we're in Miami. The chances of us going across to Tampa are quite slim. And that is a question that needs to be thought about before you start building out the structure for the internal links, for the URL internal link structure. Very, very important, because if there is the intention that, hey, we want to build this across the state, possibly even across the nation, well, then the structure should be a little bit different. In their situation that it would, let's just say you want to build and amass an empire, well, you probably should be doing pressure washing, then / Florida / Miami. Now, the reason you would do it that way is because, hey, you're planning on building and getting out of Florida. You'll go into Alabama in the next couple of years. That's the intention. The downside of this, though, the downside of doing this is think about how far away it is from the user, the clicks. I personally buy into the opinion of trying to keep things as flat as possible. If you can keep them flat, it's a lot better. Now, what do I mean by that? This is flat. This structure here is flat. It's very, very close. It's one click away to get from it. So if I was to look at this page, because there's the 2 / here, I immediately know that that's 2 clicks away from the home page, so to speak. I need to come onto the pressure washing, then driveway. Same with the location. This hurts you. There's a lot of tests out there. There's a lot of tests out there that further away from the home page hurts you. Okay. And even if you start to have a look and you look at results, you'll see some pages. It doesn't generally look like this unless it's a directory. You won't really find a lot of things ranking where it's just / on this, / on that, and just add. Florida, Miami, driveway, a little Miami. As an example, like it just keeps going and going and going. That structure can be troublesome for you. Try to keep it as flat as possible. As flat as possible. I am of the opinion that if we have a small area, you should still run with this structure. So as an example, pressure washing Miami. So you can do all of the areas around Miami as an example, Homestead, so be it. You can set up these types of different areas. I like this structure. Now, why do I like this structure? Because you're going to have a page for Miami as an example. What happens if there's someone in the middle of where you've got a target page for? let's just say there's a really weak area. There's this really, really weak presence, but you've got one for Miami, and let's just say you've got one for Fort Lauderdale. Let's just go right up to where the office is. You've got Miami, Fort Lauderdale, okay? What happens if someone's in Hollywood and you don't have a pressure washing Hollywood page? What would rank for that? If someone was on their phone and they're going pressure washing Hollywood, I need a pressure washing company near me in Hollywood. What would happen? This is why I do like having this type of structure. Because if you power up your pressure washing page, the main page, the likelihood of that showing for the individual in Hollywood because you don't have a geo page is a lot higher. That is why I follow this model, because I don't know what Google's going to do with geo pages in the next 2 years. Google could, the way they're moving, it looks like they're trying to get rid of all of this extra stuff that us SEOs do to help influence things. So this type of structure, I look at it and go, well, it's working today. It's probably going to work next year and the year after that. But where's it going to be after that? After, 2026, where's it going to be? So that's why I like having this type of structure. If you go too flat with that, so if I were to go pressure washing Miami, like completely flat, that could cause me problems, because how does my website signal to Google that this is the page that encompasses everything? It's pretty hard. Like, maybe it'll be that pressure washing Miami page should be ranking for Hollywood, but who knows? But when you lay out your site structure like this, you're helping to signal to Google, hey, this is the page about pressure washing specifically. Present this to anyone that we haven't got anything else covered in the topic for. Like I said, that Hollywood example. That's why I like this strategy. That's why I do it. Now, I'll give you my quick thoughts on sidebars and side tables in WordPress and where they should be linking to. So let's just say you've got an example here. I've got the how to use a pressure washer. All right, let's just say you've got a blog, and then we've all seen those little boxes over here. Even I use them on some of the sites that I have. You'll see this, and it'll actually link across to other assets. Now, what are my thoughts on these? Where do I think these internal links in this internal linking strategy video should be going? Well, I honestly think just keep it simple. Keep it linking into the main category. So as you can see, what's the main category? Pressure washing, pressure washers. This is where this side box should be connected to. This is our main category here. This should not be linking off to things such as, an example, possibly roof cleaning. Roof cleaning is probably something that it shouldn't be going off to. A stone restoration, as an example, probably shouldn't have links in your sidebar over here, linking off to that in blogs. Make sure you try and keep this stuff pretty generic. And why? The reason for that is, I try to build these. If I'm building these, okay, if I'm building these side tables, I build them for the categories. So for the categories, that's how I try to build them. So then that way it's like, oh, it's the pressure washing category. Okay, well, for this post structure, it's got to be the pressure washing one. So it'll link off to all the pressure washing services. It'll link off to pressure washing. Book a pressure washing call now. Pressure wash your driveway. Pressure washing Miami. Here's our locations. Bang, 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 bang. All of it's linking together. Now, it can get a little bit messy, but if you're doing something basic like a pressure washing thing, this can be a great way of boosting the links up. If you've already got a ton of links in your body and you're like, wouldn't mind some extra internal links. Hey, if you're throwing, let's just say these 3 links, you were linking from your table off to this, and you throw that on all your blog posts, you got 10 extra blogs, you just got yourself 30 extra internal links. And with a test I'm going to show you later on in this video, extra links help really boost you up. So the next step is, what clusters should actually be internally linked together? Well, let me walk you through how you can use some tools to test it, but then you can actually use your own merit and judgment to see what things might actually link well. But as you can see here, here's our main page, our pressure washing page. We've got a carpet cleaning page, driveway cleaning page, and a power washing page. What pages should be linked in? Because you could be like, well, you could do carpet cleaning with a pressure washer, mate. Who knows? Let me show you what I do if I'm sitting there and I'm ever unsure. So I can come over to Wiki and I just go Wiki pressure washing. Why do I look at Wiki? Well, think about it. Where do Google get a lot of their data from? Wikipedia. Wikipedia. This is where they pull out a lot of their entities. So let's just say I was sitting here going, well, does carpet cleaning have anything to do with pressure washing? Can I tie that in? All I simply do is go, okay, I'll come in and go carpet cleaning. Carpet's not coming up. Okay, probably shouldn't be looking at it. What about if I go driveway? Oh, look at that. Driveway. That appears. Could I link that in? Is it common sense? Possibly. What about power? Oh, look at all the results for pressure washing or power washing. So in this situation, what would I be linking up? Well, looking at Wiki alone, I'd be going, okay, well, I'm going to link from the driveway cleaning and I'm going to link from the power washing. That's with Wiki. I'm definitely not going to get a link from there. Another fantastic tool that I use, I'm pretty sure I've talked multiple times on my channel about this, but Text Focus, guys. Text Focus, fantastic tool. Don't know if they do any like affiliate things or anything like that anymore. I'll try and I'll reach out to them anyway, try and get a good discount for you guys. You awesome 10,000 awesome supporters of Osborne Digital Marketing. I'll try and see if we can do something. If I can do something for you, there'll be a link down below. If not, guys, Text Focus, great tool. Now, what that does is essentially scrapes Wiki for you, but it just pulls in a little bit extra. So what I can do is I can have a look here and see any other basically semantically related keywords. So you can just come over here, same thing. So if I was to go in carpet, nah, it's not pulling in carpet. What about driveway? Driveway's in there. Okay, cool, bananas. Power. Let's see if power's on there as well. Power's on there as well. I'm confident. Seeing Wiki and Text Focus, I'm going to be honest, guys, I really only rely on Text Focus. Really only rely on Text Focus. But if I see this is how I know to point those pages in, okay? This is how I really know to point those pages in. Because like I said, okay, carpet cleaning is a little bit dramatic. But in this situation, you could understand that it might be something different in the world, like when it comes to, let's say, stone restoration as an example, marble restoration, whatever it may be. You might be sitting there going, well, it's related, but is it really? Is it really related? Because us logically would be like, it's kind of related to pressure washing, but is it really? So this is in the scenario where I would be happy to link up to this type of stuff or even connect this stuff in, trying to get internal links, because I can see that, hey, Wiki's saying this is related, Text Focus is saying this is related. That's the type of stuff that I like looking at if I'm ever unsure. Now, honestly, I think the best thing is knowing an industry and having the cojones to really go after where you think a link would be, connecting in topics would be appropriate. So if you have a look at the Osborne Digital Marketing site, you'll notice that there's an internal link going from my on-page page that I'm talking about on page going off to Google Analytics. I'd be sitting there and going, Ron, you're nuts, mate. What are you doing putting a link from on-page SEO to Google Analytics? Well, there's two things. Let's jump over to Wiki now. Let's go back to Wiki and actually have a look. If I go search engine optimization, let's see if there's any talk about analytics or analysis or anything like that on there. I guarantee there probably will be. Help if I spell it. Analyze, analytics, web analytics, part of the series, internet marketing. Okay, there we go. So Wiki's talking about it there, which was highly probable. But the other thing is too, it makes common sense. Now, why does it make common sense? Because in that on-page article, I believe I would talk about, well, what you can do is you can utilize user metrics to improve your on-page. Because if you got didn't want to use the word, but if you got not great on-page, what will happen is it'll just mess everything up. Well, how do you determine if you've got good on-page for user experience? With an analytics tool to monitor what your users are doing. So a link going across to that page is very handy. That's common sense. That's insightful. It's necessary. So sometimes building those links really will help you out. And if you're sitting on the fence and you've gone, Ronald, I've looked at Wiki, it's not on there. I've looked at Text Focus, it's not on there. And it doesn't really make sense. It feels dirty and wrong linking across to it. Don't do it. That is the best way of not putting on links on the page. So what about performing internal links for geo pages and supporting pages? Where's a really good place to do that? Well, let me just show you an example. So here we've got our hierarchy. We've got the pressure washing, but then like the example before, this is the pressure washing Miami, pressure washing Fort Lauderdale. But then I've got driveway cleaning Miami over here. Let's mix it up a little bit. So how would I approach this? Now, I do like linking up. I do like linking up because at the end of the day, remember, what am I really trying to power up the most? I'm trying to power up my pressure washing page. Why? Because I don't know where Google's going to go in the next couple of years. They could be like geolocation pages, which they have been. Geolocation pages, not so powerful. We want to really just show your pressure washing page. So that is why I do like trying to really, really power up this page, okay? Really, really power it up. But you've got driveway cleaning Miami over here. Should driveway cleaning be linking in to pressure washing? Well, we had a look at Wiki and we had a look at text focus, and we did see that driveway cleaning can actually link into this. But the reason I put Miami there is, should we tie in Miami? Why not? Because you've got driveway cleaning that is also connected with pressure washing. Why not connect those two in together? Because that is related in the eyes, semantically related in the eyes of Google anyway. So if you're talking about pressure washing, you should be talking about driveways, driveway cleaning. Hey presto. So this stuff going on right here is how I would actually structure it. Now, would I link from my Fort Lauderdale page across to my Miami page? Would I be doing this? Not necessarily. I do like keeping geo pages together in the types of topics that they're related. Now, I do try to keep things at the start of a campaign. I try to keep cities together, no matter what sometimes. No matter what, even if it's a subcategory like a stone restoration, you might be thinking, Ronald, that's nuts. You're connecting in stone restoration with your pressure washing Miami page? Yeah. Now you ask why? It's because I don't know what's going to happen with a lot of these pages. So I like being able to, removing an internal link's a very easy thing to do. So why not try and pass as much juice at the start of a campaign as possible? That's how I look at some things. I've just noticed a positive result sometimes leaking in geolocations like this when things are maybe not going to be so connected if they're higher level services. I like tying in those geos because then all of those geos can support one another. It's fantastic. That's why I do it. So where do you place internal links on a page? Where is the best area when you're trying to place an internal link in the body of the content? Well, let me show you. Something that I stress, and you would have seen in all of my videos when I'm talking about acquiring a backlink, where do I say put your link first? Do I say put it down the bottom here, or do I say put it up here? Put it up here. So let's just say this is a pressure washing Miami page, right? This is the pressure washing Miami page. Now, if I'm going to try and power up my pressure washing page, I'd be trying to place that pressure washing link right here, right up the top. Now, that driveway page, that'll be the next one further down here. That's how I structured the internal links, the exact same way I do when I'm building my backlinks, because this is the first link that gets crawled. So it's going to basically come in an awesome loop, like bang, bang, and then goes off. That's what happens. The spider's going to go away, crawl the page, come back, because on my pressure washing page, there's a link going off to Miami for the locations we serve. Bang, comes back. It's following in a cycle, a nice little cycle. I'm keeping them on the Ferris wheel. That's exactly what you want to be doing. All right, so what keywords should I be using in my anchor text when I'm doing internal links? Let's cover that now. So when you're doing your internal linking strategy, it's important to consider the links that you're actually sending off. Now, this is really, really important. The keywords that you use in your anchor text are basically an insight. You know, you're saying, if you want to read more about whatever is highlighted in the anchor text, click here. So as an example, if I'm on the pressure washing page and I see, hey, they do pressure washing in Miami, and I click on that link, I should be coming to here. And this is where actually a lot of people get anchor texting wrong, which is, I see this a lot. So as an example where I see it go wrong, and this is my own opinion, people can do it another way, but what I would see, this is the pressure washing Miami page as an example. People would have the pressure washing Miami keyword like highlighted as an anchor text. But then when I were to click it, it takes me up to this page. Well, I'm not trying to rank this page for Miami. I'm trying to rank this page for Miami. That's where I notice a lot of people go wrong with the internal linking. You don't want to have your main page, the main thing that you're talking about, linking it off and linking it away. So that's where you really want to focus on, hey, this should be pressure washing Miami. So the keyword should be pressure washing Miami up here. All right. And that should be linked down to this page here. Not the other way around. Not the other way around. Because then you're saying, if you want to learn about pressure washing Miami as an example, click this link and you go to this page. It's like, wait a minute. That's not good. If you want to learn about pressure washing Miami, you should be clicking the link here and going down to this page. It's very important that you keep that together. Now, something that can be good, and it's slightly different to backlinks, you can tie in entities and do all of this sort of stuff in your internal links. I personally am a massive fan of making sure you smash out the keyword as much as you possibly can. So in the internal links, I haven't seen it doing any damage, to be completely honest. Maybe someone has, but I don't believe even in the testing group the boys noticed anything wrong from this happening or taking place. So going the exact match is fine with your internal links. Not so great when it comes to building backlinks. Same with entities. Some people like covering in as much as they possibly can with internal links. And to be honest, I'm a fan of that. I'm a fan of that as well. I mix it both up. Now, when it's informational stuff, so as an example, let's say we've got the post down here that's talking about how to use a pressure washer in Miami, how to keep your Miami driveway clean. As an example, down here, there would be a long section about, so if you're looking to use your pressure, if you're looking to hire a pressure washing company in Miami, that would be a link that I would send up as an example. I'll put all of that in the anchor text because you've got hire, you've got Miami pressure washing company in there. You've got all of these different entities and keywords being covered. I just wouldn't go pressure washing Miami and then link that up from the supporting page. I wouldn't do that. I would capture everything. But then as an example with the pressure washing page, it would just be, we serve, as an example, we offer pressure washing in the following locations, pressure washing Miami. That's an exact match for me, and that's what it'll come across. Same with the side box that I was showing you before. All right, so let me just show you and walk you through how powerful internal links can be. Now, I have a test website. Test website in a pretty competitive niche. You need to be doing well locally to be able to get this bad boy pumping. Now, this site isn't a powerful site. It's just your average site. So I thought, let's try something different. Let's really see how powerful internal links can be. So what I did to my WordPress website is I created 202 AI pages, which out of 202 pages, just have a guess how many are still indexed. It went to 66, then all of them, bar three are in the index now. Yeah, sucks. But hey, that's what happens. But I built 1,000 links, but I then used an internal linking tool that would point all of these links back to the one page. Now, it built 1,000 links for the exact match. Not going variations, not going in occasionally pulling in something new. I used the tool to build the exact match keywords, pointed it all in, started in position 31. That's where we were. We're now in position 6 on the homepage. Isn't that interesting? Still there to this day. So it's very, very interesting how no backlinks were built, just 202 AI pages are thrown up that like none are indexed, none, all thrown up. They don't even have images on them. Like it's bad. Like you'd look at it and be like, oh. But the result speaks for itself. Using that exact match keyword, pointing it all in, went from position 31 to position 6. That's how powerful internal links are. So if you get this right, you can achieve results just from doing that. This took me an hour to do. I used a plugin to make that happen. So easy. Done. Finished. And I got those results. These are the types of things you can achieve with internal links. Now, all 10,000 of you absolute legends, thank you for joining me. Thank you for supporting this channel. Make sure you like and subscribe. If you want anything from the Osborne Digital Marketing Store, link is down below. more than happy to help you out. Got my SEO strategy checklist down there as well. Make sure you grab that. It's completely free if you're new to the channel. Like and comment, guys. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what other types of things you would like to know about internal linking. Let me know if you're going to use this strategy and see what happens to your site as well. Looking forward to it. Cheers.